let's look at
Do you know?
if we correlate sun with subconscious, moon with conscious, then this is how our mind works. Our subconscious is nothing but a collection of thoughts which forms our thinking pattern, and that is since from our childhood. And all that we do consciously is something which we had or have fed our subconscious in past or present respectively. That's why we say each person has his or her own thinking pattern. So to get it right, feed positive to your subconscious so that directly or indirectly your actions are positive. Put your efforts in those tasks that though account for 20% of the efforts but gives you 80% of the results, rather than putting your efforts in those tasks that account for 80% of the efforts but gives you only 20% of the results. So how does understanding your subconscious and the 80-20 rule applies in your SSB test and your preparation for the same? Let's look at that. These are the tests that you give and you apply your conscious mind to attempt these tests so as to project your personality. Now your personality traits may include all, some or maybe none of the OLQs, that's the officer-like qualities, and some other traits. Now this is what happens when you attempt these tests. The stimuli that's shown to you and the time pressure directly activates your subconscious. In fact, even in the interview, for that matter, similar thing happens to some extent. That's either through the verbal SRT, that's the situation reaction, which is asked to you, or the other questions, but then that's indirect as the other factors also come into play. So now let's look at what happens when you attempt these tests. If you project your own personality traits, that's who you are, then you will not contradict yourself. If you rectify OLQs, that is, you try to fake it, then this is what happens. You will contradict yourself. So rather than putting in 80% efforts in trying to fake these tests by rectifying, better focus on putting in 20% efforts to understand your personality traits, who you are in your subconscious, so that you can figure out what are the gaps vis-a-vis the selection criteria, that is the officer-like qualities, and you know which are the qualities that you don't have, and then work towards either to improve your areas of improvement, that's the gaps, or towards further building your strengths, or maybe both.